Hello, I hope you are well. And now continue to speak about my country, and I want to say to you that I don't want to educate you or discuss with you or all that those events or that time. So I speak. At first, we take economy of our country, of my country. I'm sorry. So mm, about 2,000 plants were built and rebuilt in my country. One of them was vast. It was car plant uh, in Набережной Челны. It of production um, about 660,000 cars in a year. It was a very big plant, and around this plant appeared new town, uh, and it was one of the most modern towns of that period. Near Krasnoyarsk and Slavyansk appeared also new water power stations. In European part of my country was created a unified energy system um, in that time. In Siberia, Ekibastos and Yuzhno-Achinsk fuel and energy complex. Um, you know that there are many rivers and big rivers in my country. And of course, people needed to come from one point or from one place to another place in a short time. And that's why mm, began mm, to production of hydrofoils uh, with names Raketa and Meteor. I once I used this ship to come from Leningrad to um, Kronstadt, and I want to say that it was very comfortable to be there on board. So the exploration of space was continued. The first moonwalker appeared on the face of the moon and brought the ground from there. There was sent the first Sputnik to Venus, and the volume of industrial production of that time was about 50%. It was, I'm sorry, about 55 million people became the new flag to this period. It was very wonderful because people now were not sure that afterward they could come and to have a rest. In memory of the lost people during the Second World War, there and here appeared different memorial complexes. In Volgograd appeared Mamayev Kurgan, in St. Petersburg, Piskarev graveyard, in Kharkiv, in memory of burnt village with alive people. And I want to add that was not alone. There were some villages who what was burnt by fascists that period because they helped partisans. In Brest appeared also memorial complex um, to honor of defenders of that fortress. Uh, I want to add that when the last defender appeared, he was blind, appeared before fascist troops. They met him in silence, not because uh, they understood that such people make made a lot to stop the attacks of enemies. In cinemas appeared different films, and I want to say that there were not only cinemas that time, but also different houses of culture, and there were different circles of different interests, and in in a day we took part uh, in this in the work of these circles, and in the evening we saw different cinema. There were different houses of culture, of pioneers, and many others. All houses, all were for people um, to make them to have a rest. That time appeared also marshroutes to rest as bike marshroutes. The goal, the main goal of them was to help people to have a rest, not only in the houses of culture and sports houses, but also in the nature, to wander the nature. No, you know that the nature in each country is wonderful, and by us, in my country, it is also so. And mm, that time appeared such theaters as Vachtangoff theater, Malый theater, and Khat. So the popular writer of our country, Mikhail Sholokhov, became Nobel Prize. Sport, sport. It was very fantastic. There were so many competitions at that time uh, that I want to say that was I never saw before in my life as that time. Not you understand that the war brought something bad, not only in the in towns but in the health of our people. All people, the most part of the people were ill. I told about my father that he could not live for a long time from the war, and the government mm, decided to make all um, to, that our people could be healthy. And there were really different competitions. The names were different. Um, the most important were Spartakiadi. They were winter Spartakiadi, summer Spartakiadi. And I want to say that they were at first among the people, then in different groups, and then between collectives, between towns, villages, and many others. They were, at that time appeared industrial gymnastics. I remember that after them being at work, we also made this industrial gymnastics somewhere in the middle of the workday. No, we wanted to be healthy. Not only that, here and there appeared different sport complexes. They included stadiums, hospitals, sanatorium, and sport complexes, different, and many others. Mm, People had the rest mm, in some in different camps, and there were also different institutions. Uh, They were built or appeared different groups of health. Those groups were especially for old people to make them healthy too. Uh, People that time wanted to live in peace. They understood that people who were killed on that time or who died in that time of the Second World War, and they wanted in memory of them um, to work for them. It was really competition to work in different plants, in offices, not only for himself or herself, but also for the people um, of that time. And really, the people wanted to live happily, to have a good rest, to visit many countries, to visit many wonderful places, and many other mm, nice things there were really that time. I can say that not everything, of course, was so well, but in 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 all, not in parts, it was very good, really. We were sure that we will live next, and they were 20 years after, 20 then 25 years after the Second World War. There were Cold War, but people did not die. They did not kill. They were not killed, and people understood that they will live. They could help their children to become education, and all people were happy, really. We were happy that time, not because we could become also different kinds of education, and all was without paying, all was free. Even in this competition where we took part in, we did not pay for anything. Um, but if it became different results, we became different gifts, different gifts in things or in money and so on. And as the result was that our sportsmen and sportswomen took part in different mm, championships of Europe and world championships in Olympic Games, and everywhere we became uh, good places, different places, and in I will count nine, and we became a first, second places in unofficial command standing. So really, we lived that time lived happily, healthy, and we knew that in some time we become such education, we become flat, we become different possibilities to have a good rest and so on. And about my private life, 1969, on the 31st of December, I I got married, and my husband was my classmate. 1970, we after finishing our institutes, we went in Udmurtia uh, and worked there for 2 years. I want to say that that period was very well in my life also, because I became more, one more profession. I was a military nurse. So after my education, I became three professions: shop assistant, a military nurse, and a teacher of English and German languages. My husband became an electrician, uh, an officer, and also mm, an engineer. So these three professions, uh, we began to work. Um, we started our work life. Mm, and it was very useful because mm, sometimes we needed our old professions without a higher education. We needed it. And I want to add that that period was also uh, lucky for me because I took part in different amateur arts, and I I miss now that time. So bye, and I want that you will be healthy and happy, and I want to congratulate you with new school year. I hope that everything with your children, with your kids, with your grandkids will be well. I wish you to become good marks in all subjects at school. Be well.